Hey, hello everyone. Hello once again, and we are ready to start our educational adventure, the Queen's University of Belfast Global Education Program. It would be lovely of you if you could confirm that you could see me and hear me well. Please do it in chat and Q&A whenever it's convenient for you. I would be really grateful. Друзья? Okay. Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much. Hopefully our participants can hear me as well. So let's start. It's almost mid-August already, and everyone's thinking about applying to university abroad. I'm sure of that. And sometimes people are anxious that they won't make it by the end of this year, but Queen's University Belfast will open its system on the 11th of September already. That's why we are here today, ready to share knowledge with you. And guys, today the first webinar ever with the Queen's University Belfast, so please ask as many questions as possible. And Ethan, our international officer from Queen's University Belfast, is going to share his thoughts why you should choose Queen's University Belfast. And surprise, surprise, we also have our Green Tea Elena Krushnikova live, who is going to answer all your tricky questions and share her experience. How does it feel to be an international student in Belfast? And I'm going to tell you where you can get money for your studies, the global education program today. Of course, we'll wrap it up with the Q&A section as always, so please ask as many questions as you can think of. You can use chat or Q&A whenever it's convenient for you. So, E, are you ready to start with the presentation of Queen's University Belfast?
Yep, I'm ready to start.
Fantastic. Please open your presentation first and then press share screen so that everyone can see it. Oh, lovely. Brilliant.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us with our presentation today. My name is Ethan. I'm one of the international officers at Queen's University Belfast, and together we have Elena with us as well, introducing you to the university where she is currently studying. Elena, would you like to say a few words and introduce yourself to everyone?
Oh yes, hello everyone. I'm a current student, so I'm doing Master of Science Educational Leadership here. So I came from Perm. I'm an ordinary girl. My parents are not millionaires and everything, and so in support with Skolkovo, in support with the Global Education Program, thank you again. So I just sent many regards and many thanks to you already. But once again, thank you so much, and thanks to you, I'm here, studying here, and getting my experience, getting my knowledge. So when we are ready to continue.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Elena.
Oh yeah, thank you.
So first of all, we would like to introduce you to Queen's University Belfast. If you haven't, if you don't really know an awful lot about the university, Queen's University Belfast was established in 1845 by Queen Victoria. It's the 9th oldest university in the UK. On our campus, we've got over 23,000 students and nearly 4,000 staff members, over 2,000 international students. So it's one of the most international universities in the world. And of course, we are a research-intensive university, and we are one of the Russell Group universities within the UK. And having that rich heritage and legacy, our university really values, but we also invest for the future too. So we are investing over £7,000 million in world-class facilities. And we, of course, are top 1% university in the world as well. In terms of Belfast, so we are Belfast is the capital city of Northern Ireland. It's one of the 4 countries within the United Kingdom. And being on the island of Ireland and being the capital of Northern Ireland, we are very close to all other major UK and Irish cities. So all of these cities are less than an hour away by air or by train. So it's very convenient for you to travel from Belfast to Dublin. For example, you can travel by train. If you're going to Edinburgh or London, you can either fly or you can take a ferry over to those cities as well. I was actually talking about this with Elena earlier, that you can take a bus from Belfast to city centre, and then that will take you to just the coast, and then you can take a boat over to Great Britain, which is very convenient and very affordable as well. The price ranges from just £26 to £30. The city itself, Belfast, is the capital city of Northern Ireland, as we said, and it is a very vibrant modern city. It's rated as the best UK city in 2006 by The Guardian and The Observer, which is a fantastic thing for Belfast city itself. It's a beautiful city, and it has the lowest cost of living in the UK. I don't know what you think about it, Elena. Do you feel that it's very affordable here in Northern Ireland? What's the living quality like in Northern Ireland and Belfast specifically?
Well, actually, I have a friend who lives here for 10 years. And of course, obviously, we were discussing the living conditions in Belfast. And he told me that Belfast has the highest rate of quality, like life quality here. So it's very good city even to live. So there are many city attractions, so we will talk about them later. And about the cost of living in the UK, it's definitely lower than in London. And actually, I find it more safer to like safer to live here than in London, according to all of us know the recent events that happened not so long time ago in London. Well, and here is safe, is cheaper, and the very high quality of living in Belfast. Yeah.
Brilliant. And I know actually for a fact, Northern Ireland is the safest region in the UK according to the crime survey in the UK conducted a few years ago. And we are, of course, also the happiest region in the UK according to the National Bureau of Statistics, which is fantastic. And you will be able to get that bit of happiness when you are in Belfast as well. And we have a very short video of Belfast, the city itself. It'd be very brief for you to get an overview of what it's like in Belfast. I just play the video now. Okay, so that was a very brief video of Belfast. I'm sure you've seen some I don't know if they are familiar to you, but certainly those are very high-profile buildings, architecture in Belfast. For example, Titanic Belfast. It's the world's top tourist destination in 2017, which is absolutely exciting. Everyone in Belfast is thrilled. And it's a fantastic experience centre for you to experience what it was like on the boat or on the ship, Titanic, the ship, because the ship was built in Belfast, which people are very proud of. It's definitely a place that's worth visiting when you are in Belfast. And of course, we are the home of Thrones as well. Game of Thrones is filmed in Northern Ireland. The studio was actually the shipyard that was used to build Titanic. So it's very special, and it got a lot of heritage in Northern Ireland. Game of Thrones, and of course, the city, Belfast, not only has this lively scene, lively side of the things, it's also very near significant natural beauty as well. So we're looking at Gents Causeway, which is a UNESCO site. It's absolutely beautiful. It's on the north coast of Northern Ireland. It's only 2 hours drive away. And if you have time over the weekend, it's a nice day, definitely go and pay a visit. There's so much going on in Belfast. We held MTV European Music Award in 2011, where all of the biggest names in music industry came to Belfast, and there was a massive, brilliant award ceremony in Northern Ireland. And we've got so much going on in the city as well. Queen's University is one of the few universities that's got its own film theatre. I don't know if you go, Elena. I certainly go very often. We call it Queen's Film Theatre. It's QFT. I've just got a programme of what's on in August, and it's packed with brilliant independent movies. So if you're a movie fan of independent movies and animations and foreign films, this is absolutely brilliant for students to go, and students do get discount as well. And the city itself, it's close to Cathedral Quarter. The university is close to Cathedral Quarter, which is almost like a very creative and arty hub of Northern Ireland, which is fantastic. And the university itself, we have an art gallery just in the Lanyon building, which is where your study will be centered at, which is wonderful. So here's a map of the campus. As you can see, all of the buildings are very near one another. At the bottom of the slide, you can see Elms Village. That's our university student accommodation. Students can go stay at the accommodation. All of you are guaranteed a room at Elms Village. And of course, we're building 2 new sites in Belfast City Centre, which is also fantastic for students' experience. Elena, I understand you stayed at Elms Village before. Did you enjoy it?
Yes, I stayed in Elms Village, like, for example, how long? 4 months to 5 months I was renting a room in Willowwalk. We will show you later on about different areas in Elms Village. So when I only arrived to Elms Village, I was really shocked, because I thought it would be like, okay, student accommodation. So we Russians know how student accommodation looks like, but really, fortunately, it was a good surprise for me, because everything was, it looks like a resort. Everything is green. I like all these houses and students just walking around, and everything is absolutely clean. That's what I really like. Everything is super clean. Everything is absolutely new. And by the way, in Elms Village, there is a tree house. It's like a student center, so where you can go, enjoy your meeting with friends, you can play pool, you can play table tennis, you can play even video games, you can drink free coffee. There is a shop, and there you're doing laundry downstairs in the, and it's really convenient, it's really good. You can meet new friends there, and you feel absolutely comfortable there.
Brilliant. Yes, so Elms Village is a dedicated area, Willow Walk in Elms Village is a dedicated area for international and postgraduate students, which we will show you in a few minutes. So as you can see the campus, for the majority of you, you will be based in the main campus, unless you're doing some research. For example, if you're doing some technology, you may be off campus, but that's all within Belfast City. We are very much a city centre campus. So if you're flying to Belfast City Airport, it's only 15 minutes away, and it's only 10-15 minutes walk from the city centre itself, which is absolutely fantastic. And for a student life, I think it's wonderful. It's not like a city that's massive, you must get a car or you must take a bus or a train to go anywhere at all. This is very convenient and fantastic for student life. The campus itself, we'll show you a short video of what the campus looks like. I'm really proud of it because our campus really looks beautiful. And you will be able to see the Lanyon building, which I mentioned earlier, and it is an absolutely magnificent building, and you will really love it. Sorry, there was a little glitch. Okay, so all of those facilities you've just seen, they're all within walk distance. So they're not like really far apart from one another. They're very near one another. So it's very convenient for you to say, for example, I'm going to a class and then after class I want to go to the PEC, I want to work out a little bit. It's very easy to get to. And the university is right next to the Botanic Gardens. So if it's a nice day with sunshine, lots of students go out and just go and sunbathe. And it's also near the Astor Museum, which is a lovely little sanctuary, I think, especially if I'm working at lunchtime. I would usually go to the museum and just have a walk and go to the gallery. It's quiet, it's nice, really good for a short break. All of the facilities are very modern. We have just got opened the computer science building, which is not shown in video, but it's absolutely gorgeous with colourful glass and lovely, really modern building, which is fantastic. So if you're interested in studying computer science or related degrees, that building will be your hub, and you spend a lot of time in that lovely building. So next thing is I want to walk you through the university's structure in terms of the faculties. So Queen's University as a whole, we have 3 faculties based on disciplines of programs. So we've got the Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences, the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Life Sciences, and the Faculty of Engineering and Physical Sciences. So those are the 3 faculties. We'll start with the Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences. We call it AHSS. That's the faculty Elena is studying in, and we'll focus on the school. So the faculty itself, we've got the School of Arts, English and Languages. That's the school that I teach in. I teach Masters in Interpreting at the school. School of Law, School of History, Anthropology, Philosophy and Politics, School of Social Sciences, Education and Social Work, and Management School. And I know Eleanor studies at School of Social Sciences, Education and Social Work.
Yep.
We call it, in short, SSESW. And we also have got 2 institutes. So the first one is the Senator George J. Mitchell Institute for Global Peace, Security and Justice. And we've also got William J. Clinton Leadership Institute at Riddle Hall, which is where the management school is based at as well. We'll focus on School of Social Sciences, Education and Social Work later. The faculty itself, we have got over 7,500 students. It's 10% students are international. 24 subjects are ranked top 20 in the UK, which is absolutely fantastic. And that, of course, includes anthropology, English and languages and social work, etc. So focusing on social sciences, education and social work, the highlights of the school is that we've got 4 centres. Centre for Children's Rights, Centre for Shared Education, Effective Education, Behaviour Analysis. And one thing I would really like to highlight is the flagship link with GQ STEP program. This is a UK-wide program, a multi-million program that's promoting the quantitative research training in social sciences. And we are also, digital humanities becoming increasingly important nowadays. And I think this program really prepares our students for the future. And we've got a very good relationship with local stakeholders that includes education. And Helena, who is studying Masters in Educational Leadership, will tell us more about her program, because her program is one of the flagship programs within the school. And I know that the approved programs for the Global Education Scholarship Program includes Educational Leadership and Educational Studies. So we'll hear from Elena. Elena, what's your study experience like at Queen's University?
Well, my experience is absolutely wonderful. I really enjoy studying. If you want to get your master degree, what you have to do, you have to complete 6 modules. It's like 3 modules each semester, so 2 semesters. And after that, you need to write a dissertation from 15,000 words to 20,000 words. Yes, and I'm struggling, I'm fighting now, yes. So I've already chosen my topic, my dissertation, and discussed it with my supervisor. So she's very happy with it. So she thinks that it will be really very interesting. And so my dissertation will be connected with the consequences of higher education reform. So I'm working on it now. What was really surprising when I first came in my first class, I found that I am the youngest one in my class. So yes, it was really shocking for me. And it was interesting that all of my group mates were local teachers, really. And there were no international students in my group except me. So everyone was local, and it's really interesting. But at first I was a bit terrified, because what I'm doing here, how will I understand everything? And really at first I was struggling because there was like a context of Northern Ireland. Everything was made in the context of Northern Ireland, but we discussed it with Yi previously, and as I told him, it's absolutely not a problem. So because everything is absolutely transferable according to our educational system in Russia. So if you just think a bit more deeper, if you research a bit deeper, so you will understand that it's absolutely no problem, and everything is transferable, because every educational system has common features. You can just transfer all the problems, but problems are they are common. So that's why it's absolutely not an issue. I really enjoy the professors who are giving lectures, so it's really very nice. And one of my favorite lecturers, she's Greek, and yes, she's absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, she couldn't be my supervisor because she had many students. She was very busy with her own, and she has collaboration with the local schools. So that's why she's very busy, unfortunately. What else? I would like to say that my timetable is absolutely free. So I'm not so like digging and everything, not so busy because mainly I have online sessions, and it's really very convenient because you get your tasks online, and it's very helpful according to discipline. So because you know you have a deadline, and if you miss it, it will be not very good. Yes, so that's why you're doing research, you're reading articles, you try to understand everything, and working with academic English is difficult even for native speakers. So we can imagine how it's difficult for us, because academic English, you know, how does it feel? And so it's a bit struggle. But I like it because challenge is very important thing, especially when you're doing a master degree and you will face it. So without challenge, without a struggle, you won't get your master degree. And I faced it. Even in the process of writing my assignments, after 3 modules, I had to write assignments like from 2,000 half words to 3,000 half words. So it was really tough because I've never done something before in my university like this, really, never. Like mainly our, we call it referate or coursework, and mainly we're consulting with our supervisors. You have help, and here you don't have this help. So you're on your own, because the main idea of getting a master degree is that you are doing it on your own. You are absolutely autonomous. You are absolutely isolated, and that's really good, because this it is a challenge. It's a problem that you need to solve. And what you are doing, you are sitting in the library, and really there is absolutely fabulous library. I really like it. So where you can do your research, you're sitting, just everything is with computers, and it's really very helpful. What else I would like to say? If you want to do something extra, like for example some workshops or summer schools or master classes, everything is available in the graduate school. All of them will have your emails after enrollment, and they will send just fresh news, and you will I'm sorry. And so you will get access to it. And not so long time ago, last week, I just got my degree class. Yes,
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I got my degree class in Master Your Leadership Skills. It was absolutely fantastic experience for me. I've never done something like this before. It wasn't like, you know, only lectures when you're sitting and listening and get bored and la 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 la. Well, it was from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So like the whole working day, you can imagine. But everything was so entertaining. You were so involved, and in order to practice your leadership skills, we faced the challenge. There was an employer who came. There was head of the great company here. Its name is Capita. So they came with a challenge. They wanted to improve their brand, their presence in the Republic of Ireland. Yes, and we had to face all the problems that they have now. So the first one was Brexit. Obviously, everyone is very terrified about it. My team, we have won, because we suggested the most direct way for this company to get in the market of Republic of Ireland, so it was absolutely amazing. And after that, you get your degree plus certificate. And why is it so important? It's important for your CV. It's really good. You just when you're studying here, university provides enormous amount of opportunities to get something extra for your CV. So you will just have a very good chance to be employed after the graduation. And I think it's one of the most and one of the best advantages of this university. Yeah. So.
Did you get? You were saying because you're writing your dissertation now, so there's no class at all. At the moment?
Now, at the moment, no. So at first, it's summer now. So in everyone, we just completed our assignments, passed the exams.
Yes.
Yes. Woohoo! So for me, it was absolutely successful and very helpful. I was very terrified and nervous. Like when will be the results, I was shaking. Honestly, I was shaking this because I was absolutely not sure, but I passed everything successfully, and I'm really happy. So
and you
yes,
did really well as well, by the way.
I'm sorry?
You did really well in your exams.
Oh yeah, yes, yes, I did very well in my exams.
Just drop that in.
Okay, thank you. Well, and yes, now we have free time, and what you usually do, you go to the library, you research, you consult with your supervisor.
So you get enough support from your supervisor.
Oh yes, that's very good, because supervisor here is just like a tutor for you. If you have some issues, like for example, you are like late for your timetable and everything, so you can just type, usually just text and send an email that I have issues. The supervisor can say, okay, what time suits you? We can just short our timetable here and improve it here. So it's very good. And speaking about dissertation, it's really, it's like we were discussing it with you before. It's not like a destination, it's a whole process, and you need to really struggle and to do enormous amount of research and reading, and even when you're writing another practical part of the dissertation, you will just coming back to the research, and it's good.
Very good. We actually have a question at the moment, which we will answer live. Does your educational program have project-oriented classes?
Project-oriented
do you work on,
classes.
I suppose the question is really asking if you have projects to work on, maybe a problem to solve. I hope that's what Yuri is.
No. On this semester, no, I didn't have project-oriented classes. No, just I had. I can mention
Do you have case studies?
No, we didn't have. I can mention you my modules that I had in this semester. It was so school effectiveness and school improvement. The second was named leadership for change. So it just shows how we can cope with change in educational organizations, such for example schools, universities, or private educational organizations. And the third was introduction to research methods. So it just shows you how you have to conduct your research. Just what is literature review, what are the methods of research, quantitative and qualitative. So how you choose the tools for your research, how you measure everything. So that was just this class.
And I think your dissertation is very much a project.
Oh, definitely, because every dissertation is a project. Every dissertation is a project.
And I think you were saying that you have the freedom in terms of the area that you could choose.
Yeah.
Could you tell us a little bit more what your project is? I suppose you were saying that you were studying the education reform, the impact it will have on higher education. I suppose that is a case study.
Yes, that's a case study, and I have chosen it like method of research case study. And what can I say? Here is really the field is very broad of education. It's very broad, and you can choose context whatever you want. You can work in Northern Irish context. You can work in Russian context. So there are like no restrictions for it. So I've chosen to work in a Russian context because in my university, what I'm doing now, I'm investigating the consequences of higher education reform in Russia. So, and I want to see how it changed, what was the impact of it on current higher education, and maybe I would like to compare it with the previous results from the past. So we are discussing this a bit
Very interesting.
yes, with my supervisor. So yes, she's very excited about the topic and she wants to know more about it. Well, yes, so the field is very broad and dissertation is a project. So you're working, you're planning a lot, you have like sort of vision, like what your dissertation has to be, what do you want to tell with your dissertation, what gap do you want to fill in the field of the research. So you want to bring something new, and this will
It's very much just to follow up on that point in terms of dissertation. I think it's a very big project in terms of the timing as well. That we finished teaching at the university about June time, middle of June, and students will then start writing their dissertation, work on their dissertations from the middle of June, and you would have about 3 months time. You would submit your dissertation.
No, I will submit it on just at the end of
September.
January.
January.
Yes, because I have a late start because I came here only on January.
Right.
Yeah. So, and that's why I have to submit by the 31st of January.
That's brilliant. I think generally speaking, if students are studying in September, their master's degree, then their submission time would be around September, middle of September. So that's very much a big project that you would be working on, and you get a lot of support from your supervisors. You talk through your ideas and you get feedback on that, and you get guidance on how you go about with your dissertation. So it's a journey, a long journey, a long journey, but with support, which is really good. And through that journey, I think you will learn
with support, but mainly you have to rely on yourself. Because yes, obviously you will get this support, you will get the help, but I think that 90% depends on you. Really, it depends on you and how hardworking you are. Really,
absolutely, yeah. Okay, so that's educational leadership that Elena just shared with us. If you have more questions, please feel free to put them through. We'll answer them at the end or throughout the presentation as well. So that's really pretty much the university's AHSS faculty. We'll move on to another faculty, which is the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Life Sciences. And this faculty, we offer a range of programs that are related to this discipline. First of all, an overview of the faculty. On the right-hand side, you can see a picture of our Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor Chris Elliott, and the faculty is investing £32 million in health campus, and that includes the new biological science building, which is under construction now. And after I was looking at the plan for the building, it looks absolutely fantastic. And we also have 2 major international links. We've got a Dubai Healthcare City, which is on the left-hand side of the building, left bottom corner. That's in Dubai. And we've also got a campus in China where our degrees are being taught in China. Students in China don't have to leave the country to study Queen's University's programs. That's CQC, China Queen's College. In terms of the programs that are approved by Global Education Scholarship Program, they're listed on the screen. We've got both master's degrees and also PhDs. Now, we would like to highlight a few programs. For example, food safety. I don't know if you have heard this. A few years ago, Tesco, which is one of the major supermarkets in the UK, had an incident where horse meat was found in burger that was sold as beef burger. And Queen's University was very much involved, we were leading the investigation in this incident, and that brings us to our food security, food safety area, that the university is a leader in this discipline. So we have got masters in advanced food safety, and of course we've got masters in ecological management and conservation biology. We will share the PowerPoint presentations with you so that you can see all of the details on the PowerPoint presentation. And we've also got public health, that's very popular course, and Masters in Bioinformatics and Computational Genomics. And all of this information will be shared with you after our presentation today. In terms of the postgraduate research courses within the faculty, we've got food safety and nutrition, nursing and midwifery, pharmacy, and public health. And then our third faculty is the Faculty of Engineering and Physical Sciences. And on this slide, you're looking at His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, Prince Charles, was unveiling our Institute of Electronics and Information Technology, along with our Provost Chancellor and our Regius Professor in Electronics and Computer Science, Professor. So this institute is very cutting edge. We're really involved in cutting edge research in the area of electronics and communications and information technology. We have research programs that are funded by GCHQ. We have got programs that are really cutting edge in this area, which we will introduce to you now. So you're looking at applied cybersecurity. And again, this is a GCHQ accredited center program taught in a center that's accredited by GCHQ. And also we've got Masters in Electronics and Masters in Mechanical Engineering with Management, Masters in Software Development. And there are other Masters courses that you can find on the university's website, on the course finder. Again, all of these courses will be open for application from the 11th of September. One thing that I would really like to highlight is our graduate school, which I'm sure, Elena, you've taken advantage of. Our graduate school is ranked #1 in the world, and it is an amazing building. It used to be the university's old library, and it was modernized, but because it's a listed building, so we can't really make substantial changes to it. We must preserve all of its traditional features. As you can see on the screen, it looks absolutely magnificent, and it's a wonderful area for postgraduate students to study in and socialize and communicate and exchange ideas in. It's only open to postgraduate students, and it's really focusing on supporting our postgraduate students and really preparing them for the future and developing them into thinkers, innovators, leaders, communicators, and future researchers, which is, I think, so important. And these are the things that have put our graduate school as #1 in the world. Oh, we actually have another question from Yuri. Does your university have programs in the sector of innovative developments and entrepreneurship? Yes, absolutely. So a lot of the programs in the university, well, we actually just mentioned it, all of our postgraduate students can be involved in the graduate schools programs. Elena just did one, and you got the Degree Plus, yep, which is a program within the university that awards students who carry out extracurricular activities. And it's very much valued in the job market, and students with the Degree Plus certificate can really stand out from the crowd. And this is an extra program that students can undertake and really develop their entrepreneurship. And also the programs, the degree programs themselves nowadays are also focusing on this area as well. And if you're really interested in specifically how you can innovatively develop and the entrepreneurship, then I suppose Queen's University's management schools degree courses are very suitable for you. I don't have any slides over the school here, but please do get in touch with me and I can provide you with all of the information that you would like in terms of the degree programs that are offered in our management school. But I'm not sure if these programs are funded by the Global Education Scholarship Program, but we can definitely look into that. So please feel free to get in touch with me and I can provide you with relevant information on the programs offered at the management school at Queen's University. The postgraduate experience, as we mentioned earlier, is exclusive for our postgraduate students. It's very much interdisciplinary, that you can exchange your ideas and you can really work with one another across the university's different programs. And we're developing future leaders, and leadership and professional development courses are available for postgraduate students to take. For example, I did my master's degree at Queen's University. I did my MA in interpreting, and we did a course in entrepreneurship to develop us as future entrepreneurs. And because translation and interpreting nowadays, a lot of us who work as professional interpreters and translators are freelance, so we really need to know how to promote ourselves as entrepreneurs and how to develop our career using entrepreneurship. So we did a course there and I found that extremely helpful. So if you're not interested in doing any management school related, management or business related degrees, you could still have the opportunity to undertake a course that will develop your core strength and your skills in entrepreneurship. And I do think in the future that area is very important. So that's a very good question. Thank you very much for asking it, Yuri. And of course, we run well-being courses and little programs for our postgraduate students, which are very important. I don't know if you noticed in our campus video, there's a very tall building behind the graduate school. You certainly see it when you're on campus. It's a beautiful modern building. And on the top floor, you get a fantastic view over the campus and the city of Belfast. It's a very tranquil environment where you can practice yoga. We organize yoga classes in that space, and we also organize meditation sessions in that space as well. So it's really a fantastic facility for students to be in and really take the full advantage of the postgraduate experience. And Queen's University student experience is consistently ranked among the top in the UK universities, which is really fantastic. So we have our library, which Elena mentioned earlier. It's #1 library in the UK. The PEC Physical Education Centre is only about 10 minutes walk from the Lanyon building, from the main building of the university. We have badminton courts, we have 2 swimming pools, we have table tennis facilities, we have gyms as well, so students really can use it to their heart's content. And the PEC was an appointed training centre for London Olympics in 2012. So it just showcases how good the facilities are within the PEC. And our Students' Union is also very close by. It's right opposite the university's main building. We have over 200 students' clubs and societies, including rock climbing, squash, skydiving, scuba diving, cycling, all sorts of different things. And if you can't find your interests, and computer games, by the way, if you can't find your interests, you can establish your own club or society and be the president of your own, which might be of interest. And by the way, the university has just approved a plan to expand our student centre. So the Students' Union in the future will be much bigger, and it'll be a social hub, will be a much nicer building, a much bigger building, and in general, it will provide much better facilities for our students. So that's the Students' Union, and this is the student accommodation that we mentioned earlier. You're looking at Willow Walk, which is dedicated to our postgraduate and international students. Willow Walk style is the sort of apartment style. So you share your living area, you share your kitchen, but you have your own bedrooms, and you would share a bathroom. If you've only got 2 bedrooms, there are different types of Willow Walk accommodations. So some flats have 2 bedrooms, some flats have 3 bedrooms. So it depends on which one you're in. So some flats may have 2 bathrooms. So it's very comfortable, and it's just like living on a private accommodation, except you get 24-hour security on site. All of your Wi-Fi, your TV license, your electricity are included in your accommodation fees. But I think it is a very good, so it's a really good start when you are just arriving in Belfast. And if you want to move out after a few months' time and get a bit of flavour of what it's like living in Belfast as a local, you can certainly do so. But I would definitely recommend the university accommodation as the starting point when you have just arrived in the city. So this is the Willow Walk. We guarantee the accommodation for all our international students. So you don't have to worry about, oh, will I have somewhere to live when I arrive in Belfast? You definitely will have somewhere to live, and we'll guarantee that space for you. And as I said, it's 10 minutes walk from the main campus, so it's very near, very handy. And it's a private atmosphere in a village community where you have the tree house where you can socialize. And they also, Elms Village also organize social events to go to, say, for example, Giant's Causeway for students. And you can sign up and you can go there and make new friends and really enjoy your life in Northern Ireland. When you have just arrived here and don't know the area very well, they will organize different events to help you settle in. So we mentioned the students' experience. Just a few more things. Volunteering, which is fantastic for students when you're studying here, because you can really engage with the local community and feel that you're doing something meaningful and you are changing people's lives through volunteering. And the University Students' Union certainly organize volunteering opportunities for you. International Ambassadors Program, which is run by my office, the international office within the university, and that's really good. That's exclusive for international students. So all of you would be eligible for the program if you apply. And Degree Plus accreditation that Elena mentioned earlier, that's to award students who carry out extracurricular activities, and we accredit them, and you get a certificate which certify your activities outside of your classroom, and that will really help you stand out when you're trying to secure employment in the future. Student accommodation events we mentioned earlier, in-sessional English language course, I think that's so important, which is run in Two Queens, and it helps students improve their English.
I did it.
Yeah?
Yes.
And did you enjoy it? Did you find it useful?
Yes, I found it useful because I knew that I will be facing assignments, and I knew that I needed to improve my academic English. So, and there were different classes and different clues how you can improve your academic English. So the use of different books, what you should use, what you have to use in writing something. Like research or even assignments or your essay, just whatever it is, it has to be for your marks and for your grades. So I found it really helpful because there were many people and there were different levels. For example, if you have upper intermediate level of English, or if you have advanced level of English, so you just come to register and you bring your IELTS certificate and the team of Into, they just suggest you and give a piece of advice, which of course will be better for you, and it's up to you. You choose, and you go to the classes once a week, as I remember. So it was really helpful. I met few friends there. Yes, it's really another opportunity to socialize. But if you go, if you are at Queen's, you will have no problem with socializing. Trust me. So you will get many friends, and it's important. Yes, I did, and it was really helpful.
Fantastic. Well, you've covered everything about the in-session No English course. Well, they do have different modules that you can take. So you've got dissertation, writing skills, academic presentation, and I think there's a general speaking skills improvement as well. So they do have little modules that you can choose from. There is a very small fee. It's about £35, I think.
Oh yeah. Yes.
But the university, Queen's University, will cover the rest. But £35 is the administration fee for Into Queen's, and then Queen's University will cover the teaching of it. And you don't have to worry about that. Queen's University will sort everything out with Into Queen's. So that's the student's experience. And there are loads more things that you can discover when you're here. And I think studying in Belfast, which is a city that's not too big, that's not too small, it's just the right size, and the overall experience is that you will find it much easier to adapt to. It's not too overly overwhelming, so that you will find it relatively easy to adapt to when you're studying in Belfast. And a lot of the all of the people here, they're very sort of considerate for international students. They're very welcoming, very friendly, so there won't be any problem at all. Okay, so do we have any more questions on Queen's University Belfast? I know Maria is going to cover the GEP program. In the meantime, please feel free to post your questions through to me, and we're very happy to answer them. We're going to stay here for a little while, so when you have any more questions, please don't hesitate asking us, and we'll be able to answer them in a short while.
Yes, if you're worried about something, about student life or something, you're welcome to ask your questions. I will be happy to answer them.
Yep. Thank you very much, and talk to you in a short while.
Thank you very much, thank you very much, Milena, for your fabulous presentations. I guess on the 11th of September, my application will be the first one in your system because you sold the university completely to me. And I'm sure everyone is thrilled just as I am. And guys, don't be shy, please type in your questions, and while you're doing that, I'm going to start the presentation on the Global Education Program, if you don't mind, and I'm switching into Russian just to speed up a little bit. And again, if you have questions, please type them in as soon as you have one. Итак, друзья, поговорим немного о программе «Глобальное образование». Я смотрю, уже в чате у нас были вопросы касательно нашего гранта. Подскажите, пожалуйста, насколько хорошо вы знакомы с программой в чате, насколько подробно нужно рассказывать, чтобы я могла сориентироваться по времени? Знаете про программу, не знаете, давно уже зарегистрированы в нашей системе, первый раз слышу. Еще какие-нибудь варианты? Так. Ну, окей. Пока вы думаете, что же мне ответить, я начну рассказывать. Окей, ничего не знаете про программу, хорошо. Тогда более-менее подробно расскажу, но быстро, потому что мы так заслушались наших коллег, что немножко уже выбиваемся из тайминга, но тем не менее. В общем, программа, так, еще ярый поклонник. Ну, Родион, конечно, мы вас узнаем уже и по имени, и в лицо. И, в общем, ваша заявка, думаю, скоро пройдет проверку, и вы приблизитесь еще на один шаг к тому, чтобы стать победителем программы. Итак, Программа была запущена в конце 2014 года по заказу Министерства образования и науки Российской Федерации, и мы недавно получили продление аж до 2025 года, но don't get your hopes high. У нас сохранилось количество мест на стипендии. Сегодня это примерно 170 мест, да, на гранты, поэтому, скорее всего, мы завершим отбор уже в этом году календарном. Вот. Что нужно действовать оперативно, подавать быстрее заявку, регистрироваться на нашем сайте и отправиться уже в следующем году на учебу вашей мечты. Оператором программы является Московская школа управления Сколково, которую я сегодня представляю. Откуда передаем вам привет. Смотрите, максимум можете получить 2 миллиона 763 тысячи 600 рублей в год на покрытие ваших расходов. Tuition fees and living expenses. То есть вы полностью платите за ваше обучение. Если мы говорим про Belfast, этого хватает. Я думаю, Елена сможет подтвердить. И также у вас остается еще кусочек гранта на покрытие расходов за accommodation, не знаю, покупку еды, попутешествовать по стране обязательно, страховку, книжки, все что угодно. За часть на living expenses вы не отчитываетесь. Но, опять же, Елена может, я думаю, подтвердить, чеки собирать не нужно, там кроссовки вы купили, или сходили в Одеон, или в тот кинотеатр, который находится прямо в Белфасте. Так, сразу отвечаю на вопрос. Конечно, презентацию можно будет скачать. Я вышлю всем фоллоуап записи вебинара и со всеми презентациями. То есть всю информацию сможете найти, если, допустим, сейчас времени у вас слушать, к сожалению, уже нет. В общем, вы получаете грант перед началом вашего учебного года. Если мы говорим про образование в UK, то магистратура будет длиться 1 год, поэтому сумму вы получаете перед учебой, и потом отчитываетесь, то, что вы оплатили все tuition fees, у вас нет долгов. Повторюсь, за living expenses чеки собирать не нужно. Мы финансируем только postgraduate level, то есть это магистратура, аспирантура для направления только медицины, и то нужно очень хорошо смотреть, сколько мест осталось, друзья, и ординатура. Мы все еще надеемся, что ординатор хоть один у нас появится. Мы, к сожалению, не финансируем MBA programs, не финансируем все стажировки, certificate programs, visiting research, visiting student, dual programs, если мы говорим о магистратуре между российским и зарубежным вузом. К сожалению, нет. Не финансируем bachelor plus master, master plus PhD, так что будьте внимательны при выборе вашей программы. Так, ну и, как я уже отметила, аспирантура осталась только на медиков, вот, и у нас на всю остальную PhD закончились, к сожалению, вот. У нас финансируется 5 направлений подготовки: наука, инженерия, образование, медицина и управление в социальной сфере. Здесь вы видите на этом слайде примеры тех образовательных программ, которые относятся к каждому направлению. Не пугаемся, это не конечный список. Конечный список можете найти на нашем сайте educationglobal.ru в разделе «Участнику», «Университеты» и «Образовательные программы». Список занимает 11 листов А4, если я не ошибаюсь. В общем, все для вас, друзья, только лучшие программы из лучших университетов мира. Всего в списке глобального образования 288 университетов, всего 33 университета в UK. Вот, то есть Queen's University Belfast один из них. Пожалуйста, друзья, можете уже сейчас переходить на сайт вуза и искать программу вашей мечты, на которой вы можете получить финансирование по нашей программе. И чтобы не тянуть кота за хвост, сразу расскажу, что нужно сделать, чтобы стать кандидатом программы «Глобальное образование». У вас должно быть гражданство РФ, либо двойное гражданство, одно из них российское. У вас должен быть как минимум бакалавр, неважно из какого вуза, российского или зарубежного. Главное, чтобы вы могли предоставить документ, который подтвердит, что у вас есть степень. У вас может быть не только бакалавр, специалитет, кандидатская, что угодно. Главное, как минимум бакалавр. У вас должен быть unconditional offer из Queen's University Belfast, либо conditional offer, но без условия по сдаче IELTS. Это может быть условие по подтверждению, допустим, каких-то оригиналов документов, пожалуйста, либо по подтверждению финансирования условия, но никаких условий по сдаче языка, пожалуйста. И вы должны быть согласны с условиями программы. Что мы имеем в виду? Это работа по возвращении с учебы на территории Российской Федерации в течение 3 лет. Все условия участия в программе написаны в соглашении. Соглашение в открытом доступе, пожалуйста, изучите его, прежде чем участвовать в программе, чтобы все были спокойны и все удостоверились, что это то, чего вы действительно хотите. Значит, тут я уже на самом деле затронула эту тему предоставления отчетности. Пусть вас это не пугает, вам нужно будет просто продемонстрировать, что вы оплатили учебу, у вас нет долгов за оплату, и нужно будет также подтвердить, что вы прошли все модули, у вас нет академических долгов, постов, да, как мы называем. И все очень легко, запрашивается в университете бумага, и вы потом просто ее нам сабмитите. После того, как вы закончите вашу образовательную программу, у вас есть 30 дней, чтобы вернуться в Россию, и потом 3 месяца с момента возвращения, чтобы трудоустроиться в одну из организаций. Организаций у нас огромное количество, об этом я скажу чуть-чуть позднее. Сразу скажу, что вы ее выбирать будете самостоятельно в рамках нашего списка, это не программа распределения, так скажем, поэтому у вас есть поле для маневра. Проработать нужно будет не менее 3 лет, не 10, не 20, как многие утверждают, всего 3 года. Если вам очень понравится, захотите продолжить ваш карьерный путь именно в этой компании, можете остаться на дольше, пожалуйста, никто вам, кстати, не запрещает. Вот, но в рамках программы нужно проработать именно 3 года. Если вдруг вам так понравится Belfast, что вы не захотите возвращаться, либо, не знаю, не захотите завершать вашу образовательную программу, или не захотите трудоустраиваться по возвращении, тогда мы будем огорчаться и будем просить вас уплатить штраф в 2-кратном размере от суммы гранта и плюс сумму гранта, которую вы получите. То есть аж в 3-кратном размере сумму, которую вы получите. Очень неприятная сумма, но я думаю, что никто не любит расстраиваться, вот, и вы никого не любите расстраивать, поэтому все будет отлично. Вот, но предупредить мы вас были обязаны. Как я уже говорила, у нас огромное количество различных организаций, в которых вы можете трудоустроиться, более 600 организаций в утвержденном списке, более 1500 участников фонда Сколково и около 600 резидентов технопарков по всей стране. Список вы можете найти в нашем разделе «Трудоустройство» на сайте educationglobal.ru. Пожалуйста, обязательно туда загляните. Список этот не конечный. Если вы изучали список и не нашли компанию вашей мечты, можете ее добавить. Каждый наблюдательный совет программы не только у нас увеличивается количество победителей, да, грантополучателей, но и количество организаций. Вот. Как я уже говорила, вы можете самостоятельно, не можете, будете выбирать самостоятельно компанию, в которой трудоустроитесь, вот, и договариваться о трудоустройстве и условиях работы тоже будете сами, то есть вас, грубо говоря, не отправят никуда в лес, на край страны, на ту зарплату, которую вы не будете хотеть. То есть во всех условиях трудоустройства вы будете знать уже на этапе каких-то договоренностей с работодателем. Если вдруг у вас изменятся какие-то жизненные обстоятельства, и вам нужно будет поменять работодателя, это можно будет сделать без выплаты штрафа, но не более 2 раз за весь период отработки, да, в 3 года. Хочу обратить ваше внимание, друзья, что не все, к сожалению, могут устроиться в Москву и Санкт-Петербург. Только 25% от числа общего количества, да, участников могут это сделать. У нас есть так называемая очередь на трудоустройство в Москву и Санкт-Петербург. Но опять же, пусть вас это не пугает. Во-первых, не все организации работодателей, которые не в Москве, очень далеко находятся. Многие из них находятся в Московской области, ну, грубо говоря, Сколтех, да, в которой все очень хотят трудоустроиться, находятся в Московской области и совсем недалеко от метро. Так что, видите, не нужно пугаться сразу, если вы получите какое-то предложение от работодателя вне Московской области. В конце концов, юридическое лицо компании может быть зарегистрировано где-то в другой части страны, а находиться в Москве. Так что просто внимательно изучайте, пожалуйста, всю информацию. Мы вам, безусловно, будем помогать и всячески содействовать трудоустройству. Всю эту информацию вы можете, как я уже говорила, найти на сайте в разделе «Трудоустройство» educationglobal.ru. Вот. Если вы еще пока на этапе регистрации на сайте и еще на этапе выбора университета, пожалуйста, заглядывайте в данный раздел. календарик с мероприятиями. Наверняка вы именно здесь нашли объявление о нашем вебинаре Study at the Queen's University Belfast with Global Education. Вот, всю информацию по ближайшей адженде мы размещаем именно сюда. Также мы для вас собрали кучу полезных ссылок по поступлению, по сдаче языковых тестов, вебинары, дедлайны по подаче заявки в университеты по странам. Все-все-все для вас, чтобы вы располагали как можно большим количеством информации при выборе университета и сделали правильный выбор. Вся информация, естественно, бесплатна, пожалуйста, пользуйтесь на здоровье. Раздел «Участник университета и программы» на нашем сайте. Не только мы, но и все наши партнеры и сертифицированные образовательные агентства готовы вам помочь, подсказать, поступить вас, сориентировать. Пожалуйста, смотрите, опять же, в вашем любимом, как я говорю, разделе «Участнику». На нашем сайте все находится, пользуйтесь. Ну, немножко нас похвалю. Помимо Queen's University Belfast у нас еще огромное количество университетов, а именно 287 из разных стран, 32 страны мира. Все для вас, только лучшие университеты, только лучшие программы. Мы вас не ограничиваем во временных рамках, в том плане, что вы можете прямо сейчас подать заявку на участие, можете подать заявку через день, через неделю, ночью, утром, когда угодно. Мы всегда, we are always here for you, and we are always ready to help. Всегда оказываем бесплатные консультации, как мы сами, так и наши партнеры, на этапах поступления, курируем вас. В общем, без помощи вы не останетесь. У нас самая крупная сумма гранта, да, финансовой поддержки, и она выделяется на весь период обучения. То есть если у вас программа длится более 1 года, вам не нужно будет на каждом этапе, на каждый год, да, выигрывать заново. То есть once a GP grantee, always a GP grantee, as we say. Если вы выберете что-то очень дорогое, то, опять же, мы будем не против, если кто-то захочет вас также финансово поддержать помимо нас. Это может быть ваш работодатель будущий, может быть университет, пожалуйста. В общем, все для вас, друзья. И, как я уже сказала, мы всегда готовы вам помочь, подсказать, поэтому обязательно обращайтесь. Сейчас в Queen's University Belfast у нас 2 прекрасных девушки, например, Елена, которая сегодня согласилась, и большое ей спасибо за это, присоединиться и столько всего рассказала. Я уверена, что это было очень полезно для наших потенциальных участников. Есть еще одна прекрасная девушка, которая находится на этапе подписания соглашения. Поэтому, видите, количество победителей программы увеличивается. Я думаю, что вы должны подсобить нам и все поступить в Queen's University Belfast. Как я уже говорила, 11 сентября открывается система на подачу в университет на интейке следующего академического года. Поэтому, друзья, начинайте собирать пакет для поступления. Такая очень важная информация. У нас сейчас осталось 2 конкурсных отбора и 2 дедлайна до 20 августа и до 5 ноября. Как дальше будет ситуация складываться, мы не знаем, потому что количество мест стремительно сокращается. По состоянию на сегодня у нас осталось около 170 мест на стипендии, поэтому ловите момент, выбирайте программу образовательную и регистрируйтесь и подавайте заявление. Мы будем счастливы вас профинансировать, друзья. Если сейчас у вас не будет никаких вопросов, то можете обратиться к нам либо на наш сайт сначала, посмотреть, нет ли там той информации, которую вы ищете, educationglobal.ru. Можете всегда написать нам письмо global.edu@spolkovo.ru. Можете позвонить на бесплатный номер со всех регионов России 8 800 50 56 23. Звоните, пожалуйста, в рабочее время с 9 до 6 по Москве. Будем счастливы ответить вам и помочь. Собственно, чем можем. Присоединяйтесь к нам на Facebook, ВКонтакте. Запись этого вебинара будет обязательно на YouTube вместе с остальными нашими вебинарами. Присоединяйтесь к нам в Instagram. Спасибо вам огромное за внимание, друзья. Сейчас я посмотрю вопросы, если есть. Так. Да. Вы сказали, что количество грантов ограничено. Я планирую в следующем году, видимо, весной, сдавать языковые тесты, после этого подавать документы на поступление. Есть ли шанс, что я успею получить грант в следующем году? Сложный вопрос. К сожалению, не могу вас сориентировать по следующему году. У нас осталось вот то количество мест, которое обозначила, примерно 170, да, каждый день это число меняется. Мы не знаем, как быстро выберется эта квота, да, и пока о выделении дополнительного финансирования речь не идет, мы работаем с тем, что у нас есть, то есть именно 170 человек еще могут примерно стать участниками программы, получить гарантированное финансирование. Если у вас есть возможность как-то ускорить процесс, например, можно сначала подать же пакет документов без языкового теста, и все это время готовиться, пока университет будет рассматривать вашу заявку, а потом просто дослать языковой сертификат. Пока мы ориентируемся на 2 даты, это 20 августа и 5 ноября. Как это потом будет все происходить, я не ручаюсь вам сказать. Я думаю, что никто из моих коллег тоже не сможет поручиться за следующий год. Пока мы говорим только о текущем, да, годе. Думаем, что к концу 2017 на самом деле места закончатся. Поэтому, если есть возможность участвовать сейчас, вы можете ведь поступить на следующий год, да? У нас никаких противоречий с этим нет. Если вы сейчас предоставите письмо о зачислении, то лучше сделать это сейчас, потому что будет в следующем году, мы, к сожалению, не знаем. Имеется ли возрастной ценз для участников программы? Нет, Юрий. У нас самая опытная участница уже 54, пока она училась. Поступала она в 52, если я не ошибаюсь. Так что, надеюсь, это вас вдохновит. Так, друзья, если у вас еще вопросы, возможно, вопросы к Елене, пожалуйста, не стесняйтесь. No question is silly. We still have like 10 minutes to go. So please, go ahead, ask as many questions as you have. You're quite today. Maybe you're already applying to Belfast. I don't know. Or if you don't have any questions, please, could you please confirm that in chat to Q&A? That would be helpful. Guys, any more questions?
Hi, any more questions? Feel free to ask.
I bet they're already applying, or at least choosing a program to apply for.
Very good. I look well. Another thing is, if you are coming to Belfast in September 2017, I will be very much looking forward to welcoming you to Belfast. And you have my email address. I'll be coordinating the arrival details with you. So I'll be organising support for you so that you have a very smooth transition to Belfast and make sure everything will be fine. And if you need any help, let me know, and I'll try to find out how the best way to carry this forward. So I'll be here to make sure that you'll be here. Certainly, when you're arriving to Belfast, will be as smooth as possible, and I'm always here to help.
Thank you very much, E. Guys, did you hear that? Such a service and everything's for you. So please apply as fast as you can. Okay, it seems to me that we don't have any more questions. So I just want to thank everyone. Thank you very much, E. Thank you very much, Elena, for your time, for your fabulous presentation, for Q&A, for everything. It was a pleasure to conduct a joint webinar, and I'm sure a lot of GP grantees will apply this year. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, just a quick update. We are conducting a joint seminar in October, so please stay tuned for the date. I'll post the ad as soon as we are ready with all the details on our social media. So hopefully you'll see E in Moscow this fall.
Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you all.
Yeah, likewise. So guys, have a lovely day all, and thank you very much again for the webinar. See you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Dania.